Okay, I built several of these toolboxes, different configurations. They're finger joint corners made out of multiply. I did them probably 15 or 20 years ago. They've been changed over the years. There's one over in the corner right there. It's kind of a Japanese style. This is a traditional European American style. I'm going to reconfigure the inside of it. It's not a toolbox I use very much, just because it's just a box. So we'll see what we can come up with. I'm going to put dividers, a couple other things inside it. Pretty simple, full of dirt, chain. It has a piano hinge on it, chain pull, just a cutout old style wooden crate handle, and then some brass cabinet clasps. I happen to rotor my name on the front of it, but that's neither here nor there. So let's see what we can come up with. First off, I guess it needs to be cleaned out. Some primitive cleaning here. I do have a brush somewhere. There we go. Wire brush wasn't very effective. There we go. Something clean to begin with. We'll start with taking off some of the hardware on the inside just to make it. That must be number 6. Old Fullers used to buy these by the dozen. And it's not a number 6. Because that's not a number 6. That's a. Brass screw, brass chain, brass hardware, brass plated hinge. And I think we're going to oil the inside of it so I don't have to, I can start with a fresh oiled finish and I don't have to worry about the interior finish not being finished after I'm done. We have one brush, a penny brush. Yeah, it's probably a $4 brush now, just a cheap brush. Oh, she's dark. But that's what I got, that's what I'm using. We'll wipe it out, see how it goes. Starting new. They're new with old. And an oil finish, I mean, it's not pretty durable. It's just to keep the wood from chipping and cracking. I know when the handles were cut in on this side here, it appears they split away from the wood being dry. Probably when they were cut in, I don't remember anymore. That was a long time ago. And I bet you I might have even cut these boxes up a couple of years before assembling them. So they could be, well, I don't think they're older than 25 years, but they could be. I don't know, Multiply. Multiply's been around a long time, but I think this is the 5x5 sheets we used to use in the shop. And it seems to me I was making Christmas presents at the time for people that worked for me. Everyone got a toolbox, and a few were left over that never got assembled. It was much bigger than this. They were 12 by 12 by, I think this is 30. And now this is 12 by 8 maybe? 12 by, yeah, 12 by 8. Well, I got a measuring tape here. 30, 12, 4.5. Yeah, 8 inches in total. that's what the inside looks like. Now what I want to do is I want to put a divider in here, and then divide it up probably in 3. This divider is probably going to hold a table saw, or if it could hold a table saw, that would be cool. It will hold a handsaw and a 2-foot level. And then other things, I'm going to leave room on top that a hammer can go. I'm going to leave this wide enough that chisels can go. And then you're going to need other things like tape measures, scribes, sorted drill bits, possibly a whetstone, a multi-driver, screwdriver, carpentry stuff. Maybe hole saw. Let's say this toolbox is used strictly for hanging doors. So anything that you would need to hang a door, I'll keep that in mind, and that's what we'll do for the design. That's what it looks like on the stand. Yeah, you can use this surface here as a work surface, or this just for cutting, hand cutting, even using a jigsaw or something on. Nice little simple sawhorse. Makes a great bench for sitting down at coffee time. Just close the lid, and your tools are up high enough that you're not picking them up off the floor, and you just pick the toolbox up, move to your next door, let's say, and that's what it's going to be. There we go. Okay, I'm going to make some dividers. I've got these 1 by 3/4 by 1.5 inch. They used to be pickets on a cedar deck, or cedar spindles. I took a couple pieces off each spindle so that I could use them for something, and this seems like a good thing to use them for. I've got a whack of them wrapped up, so I'll clean them up and split them in half, so we'll probably end up with about a 1/4 inch trim, and that's what I'm going to use to make my dividers for that. First, I'm going to change the blade from a laminate blade to a rip blade. Okay, we've put a ripping blade in so that we can rip. I guess we need to put on the chain before we start putting stuff together. I've got everything ripped down off the cedar. Okay, we're starting it. The pieces are starting to go in. I'm going to pin nail it with some little quarter cable 5/8 pins. They don't have any heads on them. We use them for cabinet trim. Virtually invisible. You can put wax in it if it's a pre-colored. Great product. Quarter cable is the one that I have. Also, you gotta know glue is your friend. So a little dab of glue, a brad nail just to hold it in place, and build it like a Lincoln log set. Obviously these chisels need a good cleaning. So for display purposes I used a couple of cleaner ones. But you get the gist. That's what we've set up for doing a door toolbox. Obviously a few more tools need to be put in there. Multi-driver. There we go. Multi-driver. Spin all the bits. Probably need a guide for doing routering hinges, or at least scribing them. if you're gonna hand chisel. Cool, I'm gonna finish this up. That's kind of what it looks like. I've got it sitting on the little sawhorses. I'll show you how those work. Really simple. Grab yourself a spring clamp. Set that aside. These end to end. Grab a door. Old stave core door that needs to be repaired, but you can put it on these little sawhorses. Just take it to the end and then just quick clamp it. Here you go, toolbox, full size. I think it's a 3680 stave core door. So it's a solid core door being held up with the little sawhorses that go as part of the toolboxes. And this sawhorse can slide down if you need more stability. Just slide it down and clamp it on. Otherwise, it's held with the one clamp. I don't need to carry special jigs because I already have these little sawhorses there. I can use them for cutting door jambs, whatever happens to be, if I need to do a little millwork. I could plane on here. It's stable enough to actually use a power planer or hand plane. I could gain the hinges, chisel them in. These are kind of oddly put. Who knows who installed those, but that door is probably 50 years old. I can't remember what it got taken out of, but it's being recycled. So it's a good door. It's got a veneer exterior core, or veneer outside, and stave core interior. She's solid and heavy. And then there we go. You have to take it apart. This is simple. Close the doors and up she goes. Sorry about that.